Hello, my name is Chris Morewood. I have 35 years experience in injection molding project management. Using AI, I've integrated all that knowledge into a comprehensive system called LPM. Let's go through a brief overview of what that system is. Launchpad Project Management, LPM, is a fully modular project management ecosystem designed for small and mid-sized businesses. It scales from high-level portfolio oversight down to detailed date-driven execution. With integrated checklists, a living lessons learned database, and seamless connectivity between modules, LPM brings structure, repeatability, and clarity to every project. Developed by a project management professional with 35 years of hands-on engineering experience, LPM reflects Christopher Morewood's methodical, organized, and field-tested approach, a system that becomes bulletproof over time. Give me 5 minutes and I'll show you how the system transforms the way you run projects. There's the project portfolio dashboard, tooling insight, and lessons learned module. These three tools work together for the power of the system. We'll burrow down into the project health card, bracket assembly left hand, right hand, 2401. Going red, P1 samples rejected. Wall section failure at the rib junction. See lessons learned 23F04. So let's have a look at that. We'll jump into lessons learned, give us a little bit of information on what's happened. Wall section at rib junction, Falcon repeat cost 24K. A little bit of the details. Program Falcon wall section at primary junction measured 0.85 against 1.2 millimeter during T1 sampling. We've got a recommended action, checklist, add wall section in the part design, add wall section DFM review gate, add wall section to the tool design checkoff. We take a little closer look at the closeout panel. He's in yellow. He's at the DFM hardgate holding RFQ. Rib geometry and draft angle conflict unresolved. Same lesson learned. Well, this time we've stopped it at the design for manufacturing review, so that's positive. Let's have a look at an overview of our tooling insights, our checklists. This project overview 2402 checklist, one checklist designed. Not completed, but we're at DFM. We've skipped our completion of our design checklist. Not positive, but at least we caught it in DFM. The system's working for us. There's a handoff package that would go from design to toolmaker to manufacture. That handoff package records this activity. Take a look at this part design checklist and see what happened. All sections defined at all ribs in progress, rib geometry under review. Do not proceed to DFM. Oh, somehow we ended up at DFM. We've missed this, so I need to check in with my designer and just reinforce the idea of how important this is. Back into up to the front for our health card cowl. Let's look at 2404, the cowl. Now he's green, on track. Part design checklist in progress. All H2401 lessons applied proactively. So that's positive. So as we look at our overview with the project portfolio dashboard, you see the health card, delivery roadmap. I can see my timing. I can see my project budgets, how much is remaining to be spent on each project. Tasks by priority. There's a list of all the activity that we've just reviewed and details. Risks that are remaining, the details on the risks. Even with this cowl, it's not over for the cowl vent. He's just getting started. There's still risks. Poor cavity fill and balance risk, uneven fill, 30% long grain glass. We've got some issues that we need to pay close attention to. Notes, here's some of the notes on the activity that's happened, and then a portfolio timeline overview. In addition to what you've seen so far, there's for smaller projects, I have this little Gantt here for small projects that shows an executive summary that appears somewhat like this timeline here. Just a real quick view of where you're at today with your smaller things. It's never just a mold that you're building. And the other thing I've got is this date finder. It's an extension of the old date wheel that I used to have. Let's have a quick look. Here's my date finder. In 30 weeks out gives me my destination date, etc. You can work through those through that system. There's a lot of different options. Okay, so that gives LPM in a nutshell. LPM is not just a set of tools, it's a framework that captures decades of engineering experience and turns it into a repeatable, scalable system. Today, I use these tools directly when I'm contracted as a tooling engineer or project engineer. What this looks like as your program scales. Today, LPM as your project communication backbone. Next, automated status triggers and supplier follow-up. Future, a dedicated AI project coordinator running in the background so your team focuses on decisions, not tracking. $500 evaluation package, a comprehensive assessment of your current communication system, including actionable feedback and improvement recommendations. Limited spots, so call Chris today. 905-963-0800. For additional details, visit the services section at launchpadprojectmanagement.com.